I am going to just jump right into this. We made a couple of changes from last time. We cut a snare and a helix to add a opt and a land, just to give us a little bit more consistency. Could be wrong. I think the 8 cantrips is definitely not a bad place to be in though. The 04 did do our play points dirty though, so we're a little bit down in that regard. Okay, let's fucking see it. We're actually gonna do pretty well this time, I think. Just not like we're not statistically guaranteed to do well, but I think the deck was fine, and we just got disproportionately unlucky, which is fine. And I mean, if we do bad again, then maybe I'm gonna have to do a giant reevaluation. Hello, hello. We went 0-4 with this yesterday, and then we dropped. It was disaster. Okay. But we're on the play, round 1. And our hand's actually not terrible. Like, this is 100% keepable. Yeah, I don't know. We lost to, like, a Manatide, we lost to Trinisphere twice. But that's also probably me adjusting to what some of these decks are playing now. I think variance should be a lot kinder to us today. But overall, like, this is a solid start for us. Just have no idea what they're playing. If this is Storm, then our lightning bolts are really good here. I'm gonna keep the ultimate by, like, if this is powers or something. This also keeps my left turtle high and lets me trigger the Sprite Dragon and also hold up Shell on 1. So I think this is a good idea. Yeah, perfect. This is like exactly an error. Our plan of keeping our left turtle high at least. So we're at 19. We'll see what they're up to. Hopefully, I mean, even if it's a Manamorphose into Storm Ring, we can still bolt it. I know, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's one of the things that's really charming about Magic is that, you know, you could just sort of, like, have really good days. So that's their second land this turn. And unless they're playing Shoal as well, we should be able to just keep this guy alive for now, which is good. I'm also curious whether or not they bottom. Yeah, I'm not sure if they scryed into that bolt or not. Or we really don't have much of an indication. I think if they topped it and then immediately played bolt after, that would kind of indicate to me at least that that they scryed into it, but I'm not sure. I do not want that. Sure. I'm really hoping they're on Browis, I guess. We're just gonna bolt them now. This grows the Sprite Dragon out of bolt range, and then gets him a little bit more damage. And we have plenty of other burn in our hand, so I think I'm fine with that. Sprite Dragon's performing fantastic. I feel like I really want to love Sprite Dragon, and sometimes I really do love Sprite Dragon, but I think this card, like, just individually varies so much in performance. You know, sometimes it's absolutely stellar. You know, you pair it with a free spell, and then other times it's just straight up useless. You pay 2 mana and then it gets bolted, and there's no, like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, our opponent's playing Gargadon. Interesting. Yeah, the thing is that Sprite Dragon carries swords really well in this deck, so it's not completely useless. I really want to make Sprite Dragon just consistently like this. This is what I want. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about that, though. Like, how am I supposed to not get Restore Balanced here? I don't have any counter spells. I don't think so. If we had another red source, they'd be dead. We'll just keep this Mantis Rider on top, and then we'll try to kill the next turn with that. The issue is they're at 2 lands, so we're going to lose 1. But that's fine, we just won't play a land. Restore Balance doesn't balance life totals, right? Even if it did, it's whatever. Do we care about this extra damage? Oh, we definitely do. We definitely care about this extra damage. That's just Helix here. I actually am not running Sacred Menagerie. I'm sort of stress testing the mana base to see if I can support Counterspell, hypothetically. But yeah, wait, actually, let me just send the deck list here as well. Yeah, I mean, the issue is they can... Yeah, no, it's just awkward. Okay. Yeah. Sure, so they asked for Told here. I mean, scrying Mantis Rider to the top probably wasn't the greatest play, to be completely honest. Because they already had the Gargadon. That was kind of a punt. Okay. Yep. Yep. Oh, this is fine. They're at 2. We have a Bolt in our hand. I mean, the issue is they haven't asked for Told, and then we have... How many counters? I wish the counters just showed in the top left. Yeah, okay. So this thing still has a bajillion counters on it. We're fine. Yeah, this Mantis Rider was definitely a punt. Do we even play this? I don't think we even play this plans. We'll just hold on to it. We'll play it next turn probably, but I don't want to play it this turn because I don't want it to get like Restore Balance and then it's trying like a Helix or something. Okay, so we're dead in 3, but we have plenty of red sources. We added an extra land. This plane's just awkward. But whatever. I mean, it's the 18th land, right? So it's kind of whatever. We just roll with the other 17. Sure. I mean, I think we honestly get out of this fine. Like, even if we draw an island, we're alright. We've got 2... Okay, I'm just gonna play this. Yeah, we might have... I mean, scrying the Mantis Rider to the top was just sort of a clumsy play by me. But, yeah, it was just bad. There's no excusing that. I mean, we still have a chance. It's just gonna be difficult. Oh, no. Just cast it now, I guess. That's awkward. Well, in that case, we're just dead. You know, part of me wants to draw a card at the end of this game, and the other part of me wants to leave it up to the imagination. Because if we scry this Mantis Rider to the bottom, we'd be 1 card deeper. And I mean, it's the correct play, but we would have lost anyways. GG's. But yeah, Sacred Foundry would have done us some favors there. The other issue is I didn't want to shuffle around my fetch lands on Magic Online. So I had these Misty Rainforests, which are perfect in this mana base, but if I added a Sacred Foundry, then they instantly become super awkward. Okay. What do we do with this? We've got Restore Balance, which is white. Pythig Needle doesn't... Does Pythig Needle stop Gargadon, like, in exile? I don't know. Honestly, I'm not even sure if we have anything. Shoal is great because you could just tap 2 to counter the Restore Balance. It does stop it in exile. Then it's probably worth it, right? I think we'll bring them in over the... What 2-drops are they playing? Probably not many. I think we'll shave the Spell Snare and the Helix. We'll try it like that. If they're bringing the Gus for the Gargadons. Like, I feel like we're losing if Gargadon goes on the stack, though. Like, I'm not sure what else they're... Like, what are we gusting is my question. Like, it's a legitimate question. I just don't know. This is a mulligan. Honestly, we could probably keep the sword in this hand. Is that crazy? We like... yeah, I think we're keeping the sword. Honestly, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I didn't think about footfalls, even though we definitely got caught by it. Yeah, I guess it's just another counterspell for Electrodominance. No, you're right. Because you play these blue-red free spell decks, I just don't... I don't know. Call me a big legful, but I just like... Okay, what are we doing? Are we might actually just be opting here instead of later. Because we'll just play this sword on 3 to put a counter on the Sprite Dragon. Yeah. Without Monkey, this deck's a lot less scary, because it can't just kill you out of nowhere sometimes if they have the right cards. I am running a league because I am not a coward. I may have 0-4'd yesterday, but we're coming back with a fiery vengeance. Okay, I think we're going to keep the opt. Delver. I think I'll play Sprite Dragon this turn, and then we'll play like Delver off next turn. But this deck's fire. I really like playing. I think it's pretty alright. There's just a little bit of a punt player sometimes. I'm trying to learn all of these matchups, and we haven't played against the same deck once in the last, like, 3 days I've played Magic. Or week I've played Magic or whatever. Which is ridiculous. Normally you'd be like, oh yeah, I run into Tron like 2 times every league. That was me a couple years ago, but I guess that's not me now. Okay, Gargadon, sure. But yeah, no, Gus are definitely the correct play here. Okay. Can opt now. Sure. It's not stellar, but we're looking for a land anyway, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, this is going to be rough. If this Sprite Dragon dies to bolt here, we're probably just dead. We really wanted to land there to either play Delver or this Bolt. Probably Bolt, honestly. Goes the Dragon out of both Bolt and Anger range. I mean, we could just get balanced here. But there's not a whole lot we can do about that. Like, if we get balanced, we get balanced. I mean, we didn't find the leak off the... I guess, yeah, I don't know. We could have mulliganed more aggressively for counterspells too, which would have been fine. Oh, I have to choose 4 cards in my hand. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot. While we're still in this game, the best part is that, well, whatever. They don't have a this Gargadon has a lot of counters on it still. Whoops. And then they also have no Astrotold in play. Like, if they cast that off an Astrotold, we'd be much more spooked. But as it stands, we're only mildly spooked. I ascribed the leak to the top, but I needed this Mantis Rider to be a land. I swear, every single game I play, I'm just getting my lands destroyed. Okay, that's good, Definitely just get the Steam Vents. Play your Delver. Pass the turn. I mean, if this Delver flips next turn, they're dead in what, like 3 turns? Or less? Depending on if they fetch. Okay, it flips. Okay, this is good. I'd like a land next turn, though, to set up Mana Leak, and then try to hit land drops into Mantis Rider. And just a white mana for this Gargadon, too, when it comes down. We'll just bolt them out. Okay, they discard the hand size. Remand, sure. Yeah, so they're running... Okay, so Remand and Electrodominance X equals 0 can both be countered by Spell Snare. So we keep the Spell Snare 100%. If they didn't have the Bolt for the Delver or the counter before, they don't have it now. So we're going to game turn. Or like 99% we are. Okay, that was good. Sloppy. Poor sideboarding choices. But we learned. We're learning. And that's what this is about, right? This is a learning experience. Okay, so... How was Astrotold templated? Does it... Like, is it a an activated ability that can be needled? Or is it just... No, it's not. Yeah, it just gives one spell an alternate cost. Yeah, that's weird. I guess it would be weird either way. I'm saving these paths. I don't think these paths are very good. I mean, maybe one path would be fine. Yeah, no, this seems good. Also, board 2 drops makes Shoal better. I don't know how I completely forgot about Electrodoms. That's, Okay, this hand is fantastic. We get double Delver, double, yikes. And then we can just bash them with, this Mana Leak. This is what we needed. This is what we should have mulliganed for last game. But we didn't. They brought in the ley lines. Honestly, that's not even that bad for us. I think we're fine. I don't know. Like, yeah, they saw we were on Helix's game 1, but like, we're not a burn deck. It would be really awkward if we were on peaks. Well, I guess we could just peek ourselves, right? I guess it wouldn't be that awkward. Okay. Okay, do we counter? I think we just let this go, honestly. We have the second Delver, and then I'd like to just keep these leaks in our hand. This is a little awkward, though. Oh, now we can shoal pitching shoal. So we have the Electro Dominance angle covered, but we have to play our creatures. If we don't play our creatures, we're just gonna lose. So we get our threat in play. We're just hoping they don't have as foretold restore balance here. And even if they do, we have a land in our hand. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, so I came back to Magic the Gathering, and my upkeep stop wasn't on. Wait, what was that? Sorry. Fuck. Oh no, it's in here too. Oh, Gus? Yeah, I'll work with that. I'd like to draw that too. Okay. I think we're going to keep this land in our hand for now. It'll let us double spell next turn, potential. Yeah, I think we're just on the don't restore balance plan. I'll keep an eye out for Veil. If we get a 1-mana cantrip, then I'll keep it in my hand to pitch to one of these shoals. Good because it doesn't let them just get their Brazen Borrower, which can block Delver, I think, because it's just flyers, yeah. And that would just be a disaster because then we don't have a clock. Yeah, they can't Veil here though, which is good. Okay, we're gonna fetch. We'll get a Hallowed Fountain here. I think it's unlikely they have land plus Electro Dominance plus Restore Balance. Because I think it's fairly likely they would have tried to Restore Balance us on turn 2, get rid of our Delver and our land. Or they wouldn't have got rid of our land, I guess, but... Okay. Perfect. I think we fought through most, if not all of their removal at this point. I don't think we can safely play this Stoneforge. I think we just have to play conservative here. I don't think we can play it. We'll probably bolt them at the end of their turn, though. Put them to 8. We really want them to start tapping this Islet for mana, though. That's what we want. But our opponent seems to really just be getting variance out. I'm pretty sure they've got As Foretold in their hand. And we really need to find an answer to that. Oh, we can't bolt them. Yeah. That's kind of awkward. Okay, we want to land here. But they're on the As Foretold plan, I think. but it's hard to tell because we revealed the Aether Gust, so they could just be playing around the Aether Gust because they know we have it. Okay. So they're on a 3-turn clock. We have Gust that covers half of their combo angles. I think we're just gonna hold it here. We'll wait for a land. We'll play the Stoneforge eventually. The issue is Stoneforge doesn't really change our clock. It shrinks it by 1 turn, but the issue is they can combo at instant speed, so even holding up Stoneforge, we'd still be vulnerable until we draw a land. Like, and at this point, I think playing the Stoneforge... Does it even change our clock? Yeah, it'll change our clock by 1 turn if we played it this turn. But I'm just going to try to find a land with this opt and play it. Okay, we just need them to not hit a land. Okay, that's fine. So they go to 2 here. They cast their As Foretold, which we do not have an answer for. We're not on Pierces or like actual factual forces, so we can't counter this if we opt. So we'll let it resolve. If they go Footfalls, we can Aether Gust it, and then yeah. So if they restore balance, sure. We'll just opt. Perfect. Perfect. That is what we wanted. That is exactly what we wanted. Okay. Done. Okay, 4 cards in our hand. I think we're keeping 1 Stoneforge. The land. The thing is the Squire body of Stoneforge is actually... They didn't sacrifice any of their lands either. Alright, that's good, that's good. Because they don't have a Gargadon. Okay. Draw for turn. I mean... You just get to play the Stoneforge. I think we'll just get Adder Skull here. Yeah, I don't think Sword's too much bad. I don't know. I mean, Sword's pretty good here, too. Honestly, keeping the 2 Stoneforges is probably better than keeping the 1 Lightning Bolt. I think we should have ditched the Bolt at the 2nd Stoneforge, in retrospect. Okay, so they cast a Footfalls, sure. Okay, so we'll pass it back to them. See if they attack. They won't. The thing is we can... They're dead on board here. Because we can put in the Batter Skull, and then we could just Aether Gust one of their Rhinos, right? Yeah, so they won't attack here. What? What is this? This seems like such a bizarre... What? I actually don't know what's happening. I'm taking 4. I guess they're restore balancing again to just wipe the board. But, yeah, I don't know. This just seems bizarre, like in all caps by our opponent. Okay, yeah. So they've got a second one. Sure. 3. Cast it. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. We'll see what they have. Oh, we tapped both of them. This is actually really bad by us. Let's see if our opponent has anything then. We have a Plains in our deck. It's just we don't have red. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it matters like small amount. Okay, that was sloppy. That was sloppy, but we're warmed up. We won the match. We're moving on. But yeah, notes to self. Yeah, I kind of forget like where Aether Gusts are good outside of Titan. You know, like I'm kind of a monkey, and I'm just like, yeah, you know, like Gust good Titan, and then my thought process just kind of ends there. But yeah, like it's decent against some of just the normal red decks and like Prison and whatnot as well. Okay, so in between leagues, I'm trying to think about like how to optimize the mana. Just kidding. Or in between matches. You won the die roll? This is good. We're winning the die roll on both of these. I guess we lost game 1 last match, but with just kind of sucks. I'm sorry for any rude things that I said to you, Han, but you still sucked. Okay. Opponent has 7 cards. We're just gonna look for a land. But a creature would be cool too. Okay, well this wasn't quite the creature I had in mind, but I think it's all right. I think we'll still keep it, just because it does more than nothing. But at the same time, we really need a red land. I'll keep it on top. We'll look for the red land with the second Serum Visions. Honestly, this shoal's going to be kind of useless. It's possible we should have just kept the opt. By possible, I mean we probably should have kept the opt over the shoal. Like if they Inquisition us here, Thoughtseize us, what do we do? Honestly, we'll just let them have out our hand. They probably just take Serum Visions here anyways. Because I swear every single Inquisition Thoughtseize player plays the same. They just all take the Serum Visions. Always. But to be fair, like our hand's hot garbage. Inquisition can't even target the Battered Skull. Okay, well we counter a 0-drop, I guess. We're drawing the Mantis Rider next turn. Yeah, that's not good. I think bottoming the shoal and then keeping the opt in our hands is definitely the correct plan. Okay. Our opponent's not doing anything, which is really good for us. I feel like I mean, they're just like a little bit of life short of casting Shadow here, if that's their plan. Like if that was a Thoughtseize instead of an Inquisition turn one, they could have actually shadowed. Okay. And 14, main phase 1, they get a land. Okay, so now they can shadow. But Shadow's only going to be a 3-3, which means that Stubborn Denial's not on, and if we draw a red source, we can actually bolt them. Just kidding. Okay, Shadow's kind of huge right now. So 4-4. Or, yeah, 4-4. 4-4. And they Thoughtseize us again. Sure. So they might take a Mantis Rider here, because it's like a little problematic, but they probably have removal in their hand as well. So I think they take Mantis Rider or Bolt. But I feel like Batter Skull's pretty useless right now. I feel like they probably take Bolt or Mantis Rider. I think I would take Mantis Rider if I were them. But it depends on how much removal they have in their hand. I'd say if they have a Stubborn Denial or two, they can just take the Mantis Rider. But if they're on no Stubborn Denials and like all removal, I think taking the Bolt makes more sense. And if they take something else, it just seems a little odd to me. Yeah, so they take the Mantis Rider. Which means they probably have a Stubborn Denial or two. I think this game is probably over. The Bolt of 5 is just sort of hard to recover from. Yeah, I think this is just it. Oh, that sucks. Okay, begin sideboarding. What do we have? We could add removal here. Or, not removal. We could add burn. We could run Rest in Peace. I feel like Rest in Peace is pretty medium against them. Honestly, I'm fine with just cutting his Snare. It targets Snapcaster and TBR, I guess. I don't think it's terrible. Shoal's fine here, but it's also not super exciting when they're trying to rip our hand apart. We could trim a Shoal. I feel like the first Shoal is fine, but after that it gets really annoying when they're ripping our hand apart. And then we're throwing away a higher percentage of our remaining cards than we would be if they weren't tearing our hand apart. I think our opponent has no idea what to bring in, which is interesting. You don't usually see that. Alright. Well, our opponent's ready. I'm ready. This hand's good. I like it. I like it. We get to lead Delver into Sprite Dragon. And then hopefully we tax their removal with the Delver. And then the Sprite Dragon just gets to be ginormous. This is a great Sprite Dragon hand. I guess the other thing I'm wondering is whether or not this deck wants remands, like some number of remands and some number of sleight of hands to really make this Sprite Dragon good. Okay, we're going to go to our main phase, play this Delver, and we'll pass the turn. Okay, they Inquisition us. They could take Sprite Dragon here and then just kill our Delver. Kind of sad. But we have so many ways of finding more threats. Oh, the other thing I was wondering about was whether or not we want a third sword in this deck. I felt in like some matchups we kind of wanted a third sword, so like maybe throwing one in the sideboard wouldn't be a terrible idea. Okay, do we want to just spread this to the bottom? Yeah, we do. Bottom. Alright, that's better. Spread or white mana at least. Okay, draw a card for turn. Okay, well that's just yeah, not quite what we wanted. Hit them for 1 here. Puts them closer to Shadow, but it also puts them closer to dead. Sure. So they probably take Opt here. Sure. I wonder if Brendan does have another one. So they could play a Shadow, and if they do, we're not bolting it because they probably have Street Raid. Islet. What? What is this? Okay. Okay, epic. Draw. Honestly, if this Delver lives for whatever fucking reason, that's gonna be good for us. Okay, so it's getting Dismembered, sure. We'll just pass. We have Path and Bolt. I mean, this looks like a Stubborn Denial plus Angler, which is irritating. But what's she gonna do about it? Season Pyre, I'm saying. Honestly, just as annoying, let's be honest. They're at 8 though. Hopefully we draw a Sprite Dragon here. If we draw a Sprite Dragon, we can actually bop them pretty good here. Or a Mantis Rider. Ooh! Woohoo! Okay. Oh, we found the card. Okay. Well, I think we're just gonna go for it. So we could hit them for 3... or 4, 5, 6. Put them to 2. That's not really good enough. I don't think it's worth pathing here. But this puts them into both Helix range, and I think we brought in our other Helix. Yeah, we did. And if we brought in the Sudden Shocks, we could obviously path here. I'd be more inclined to path here. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have removal for the Sprite Dragon though, which is good. We'll see that. They mill over a Fatal Bush. Oh, and they're passing? That's not a good sign for them. Alright, okay, yeah, they're swinging. Makes sense. We go to 16 though, even taking a single point of damage. Look at this painless mana base. It's beautiful. Truly a work of art. Shadow, sure. Okay, I think we're firing off the path first. I'm gonna path the Shadow now, I think. Yeah, I'm just thinking, yeah, we have enough mana to Mana Leak anyways. Yeah, let's opt. I want things to not get Stubborn Denial, so we're doing now. Well, they don't have any blue mana. No. They can't have force here, so we're just gonna Helix them. Look at that nice clean Magic the Gathering. We could have done it in either order unless we hit another opt. So I think you're right. I think opting first is the right plan. Okay, so we're going on to game 3. Does Seasoned Pyromancer change anything? I mean, Seasoned Pyromancer makes Gust and Rest in Peace more appealing. I guess. I don't know, though. I don't think it changes much. Okay, I feel like we don't really want to get into the stage of the game where Seasoned Pyromancer is being exiled from the graveyard. We probably... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Sudden Shock's just kind of terrible, too. I say we just run it back. Yeah, no, I'm proud of that. I fucking love battling on the stack. Combat math, I maybe get like a C+, like B- in. Like, pretty good, but you know, like, I make mistakes. But stack math? Oh, I fucking love the stack. We'll go to the 6 hard to keep these 7. Okay, part of me doesn't want to mulligan because their deck is dumb and they're on the play anyways, so I think we're just gonna keep. We don't have any red mana, but that's fine. We'll draw into it. This mana leak is good, and this path is good. So we'll be left with some things, and we're forced to top deck anyways. Obviously, a hand with cantrips is better against their deck. Oh, okay, so Cold Devour. We have, like, my current list, right? But do you think it would be better if I just added some sleight of hands to it? The reason for that would be to make myself better against these Thoughtseize decks. And then it would also make Sprite Dragon a lot better too. Yeah. I think this is the... I might have adjusted the card counts to it. I'm not actually sure. Let me take a peek. No. I don't want to check my profile. Mom, get me out. Okay, well. It's freaking awkward. Let's see if this works. Oh. Fuck. What did I do? Well, this is like awkward, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll pull up the chat soon. But for the time being, I think I'm just passing the turn. Wait. Oh, that's actually so awkward. I guess I can pull it up on my phone. Fuck me. I clicked my name in chat, and apparently the world hates me now. It's wonderful. Okay. Well, let's not go too far down in time because of that. Because I don't want to open up the stream, because then it's... I've done that before, and then we just get the echo. Where are so many baubles? Oh, I just get the passive penalty cut. This is fine. We're just kind of on the Mantis Rider kill you with burn spells. Like, if we count... Yeah, we have 9 points of burn and a Mantis Rider in our hand. It's kind of scary. Our opponent's playing the no shock Death Shadow deck, though. What? Wait, our opponent was on Death Shadow earlier? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. They like sided out the Death Shadows and the Thoughtseizes. They're like, yeah, our new game plan is actually to beat you down with our 1 blood crit mana base Seasoned Pyromancer mid-range deck. Okay, well, I'm pulling up the chat now. Okay. Make sure we have no volume. Okay, I'm back in chat. But the issue is I can't, like, there's no chat history feature. Whatever. Oh, that's pretty useless. Honestly, we're just gonna pass, and then I'm going to mute my, oops. Thoughtseize. just show that. They're counting on me to decrease their life total. What if I just counter their Thoughtseize and then they just can't play anything? Like, what do they do about that? This is hilarious. I love it. Like, they could soft stub this, right? But I'm actually fine with that. They like Mana Leak it? That's even better. Yeah, like, they could take my Mantis Rider here, but I don't know. I think this matchup's pretty over if I have resources, which I have more than my opponent, right? And then I'm also hard casting Disrupting Shoals. Yeah, Mana Leak is weird. I did not expect that. I remember when Censor came out, they tested like 1 or 2 of them. Okay, our opponent is just in the fucking tank. Okay, let's open up this volume next turn. Okay, we can't just turn off Chrome now before we open up the stream. So annoying. Beginning of combat, sure. Wait, they took our Mana Leak? What? They didn't take Path or Mantis Rider? I mean, like, that means that they... Yeah, I don't know. This is just bizarre. I actually don't know what they did. I think they just straight up... Transformational sideboard into jank? Alright, whatever. The thing is the Scions aren't even that good. I think we're probably killing them anyways, because their ultimate's scary, but like, this doesn't pressure us. This is not great. They give first strike trample, right? Yeah, I guess it makes Shadow harder to chump block. But are we really chump blocking Shadow in our Sprite Dragon Delver of Secrets deck? I'll let our opponent think about that one. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just hitting the Scions here. This also keeps their life total high, which is good. And this also plays around Stubborn Denial, because we can bolt it now. This line loses to Fatal Push. By attacking them loses to Fatal Push, and we can't really wait either, so... What are we gonna do about it? I mean, if they Fatal Push, yeah, like, I don't really care. Okay, so I guess the question is, do we just Helix the Scions? Probably not, I don't know. Honestly, this just kind of sucks. We're just passing it back to them, I think. As we can't... Yeah, like, we could have just Helix bolted the Scions, too. But I really wanted to get the Mantis Rider onto the table. It could have been a mistake, though. Maybe I'm, like, undervaluing the Scion's importance. Our opponent's definitely getting a lot of selection. They get to play this Angler. We're just gonna path it. Holy shit. Okay. I'm just not going to say anything. I'll open the stream. Okay, the stream is paused. We're probably fine. Okay, the Angler. Our opponent just takes forever to cast things. I've been alt-tab for like half of the match, and I'm actually not up on call. But no surprise there, I guess. Switch to non-mod settings. Okay, the stream is paused. It literally unpaused itself. Okay. We could have waited on the path for Sprite Dragon. We draw a Sprite Dragon, we feel kind of silly here. But, yeah. We'll just go to our turn. Play Delver. Okay, I prefer Dark Mode. Okay. Welcome to the chat room. Alright, and then we shall pass it back to them. Yeah, I don't know. I feel pretty good about our position here. We still have 9 points of burn in our hand. That's just stayed the same. Our opponents saw the 9 points of burn and they're all like, yeah, right. Well, actually, they weren't fetching and shocking before they looked at our hand. They just kind of did nothing for the first couple of turns. Sure. I'm actually not opposed to just bolt this twice. The issue with that is it loses really hard to stubborn denial. I think we're just gonna fetch here. Yeah. I mean, the read is that they probably just don't have a shadow in their hand. Oh, that's also really good. Okay, so we draw that. Okay, so I think what we do is we we kind of have to bolt this Scions, right? Alternatively, yeah, I don't know. Because I want to resolve this Batter Skull, right? And we can't do that because we're pretty sure they have a Stubborn Denial. We can't double bolt this because they have a Stubborn Denial. So I think we just have to bolt their Scions. We could do it in their upkeep too. I want to do it in their upkeep. They might have double stub. And if they do, it's really awkward. But I'm going to say they don't have double stub. Just because I'm a dreamer. Oh, no. Wait, no, fuck, I don't have a stop in their upkeep. Oh my god. No. Potato. Oh, okay, we have a stop in their upkeep now. Okay, that was a colossal fucking punt. That was colossal. That's just a complete disaster. I needed a stop in their upkeep. I used to have stops in people's upkeeps. I just don't have that, the stop in like my upkeep or their upkeep. I had to add both of them, I guess. Thank you, Magic Online. Thank you. Oh. Because I wanted them to tap out of their blue on their turn, right? I think it was correct to wait until their upkeep. The issue is I didn't have a stop on their upkeep. I don't even have a stop on my fucking end step. Because that's not that important. Okay, well the good news is that we don't have to deal with the Royal Scions anymore. The bad news is that everything we know is dead. Yeah. Okay, so if they didn't have Stubborn Denials before, they have Stubborn Denials now. Actually, we're only like mostly far behind, right? I don't know. They could have even dealt it to their face, like, let's be honest. It would have been awkward if they didn't have Stubborn Denials, but I'm pretty sure they do. Oh, that's so fucking bad for us, though. Yeah, well... I mean, I think we're just hitting this Angler at the end of their turn. With 2 spells. That'll draw out their Stubborn Denial, at least. Like, they've got another Angler here. Sure. Let's just burn it now. See if this... Our opponent didn't have the Stubborn Denial at all? What? I'm actually just so fucking lost at this point. Okay, well, if they didn't have the Stubborn Denial, then I guess we're actually not in a terrible spot. The issue is this sword, or this Batter Skull. Wait, how do they randomly have the Stubborn Denial now? This doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. I guess they just passed through their turn. Because they were like auto-yielded. For some reason. I actually don't know why you'd auto-yield when you're playing spells. I feel like you auto-yield if you don't have anything to play, or if you've already played your spells. Ugh. I actually have no idea why our opponent's tanking. Honestly, this match is just kind of confusing, I guess. No, they're waiting for me to respond. Okay. I mean, honestly, if we can untap with this Shoal in hand, I think we're kind of balling to win this one. Okay, well, if we can't untap with the Shoal in our hand, then, you know, that's a situation as well. I'd appreciate it if we could draw, like, a Sprite Dragon or something. We'd fuck Magic Online sometimes. It's so sad, like, watching the little slider scroll through the turn phases, and all you can be is like, no, 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 no. Because you know you don't have a stop with their upkeep. Like, right after you hit the pass button, you can't just, like... Yeah. Okay, well, I guess they just had every single angler in the universe. Okay, so that's all of their anglers. I was hoping they'd draw, like, shadows and get punished for whatever their, I'm gonna call suboptimal decision making was. But they're getting rewarded for it. Okay. Why am I lagging? We're just gonna close Chrome. Why does our opponent think so long about all of the spells we play? They don't have any counter. Like, is this getting manually? Hello? Okay, if we get this Batter Skull on the Mantis Rider, how fucking sexy would that be? I actually don't think we'd lose if we get the Batter Skull on it. That's the real end game right there. Holy shit, our opponent is, you know what, we're just not going to talk about it. Okay, but back to the sleight of hands. Where would I fit them? I could potentially go down to two paths and have it as, like, sort of this auxiliary answer, and then maybe run, like, the path in the sideboard over, like, a Helix or something. Don't think I need them. I don't think I need them, but they would make Sprite Dragon better if I went up to 10. I'm not sure if... Yeah, I mean, I'm probably with you on the fact that they're not necessary. What? Okay, well, I think our opponent just DC'd. Okay, so I was on 2 Spell Snare in the last list, but I cut the Spell Snare and a Helix to add the 4th Opt and a land. I could see going back down to 17 lands and then adding a Spell Snare. I think I should play 2 Spell Snare too. The issue is I want to be playing 2 Spell Snare. I also want to be playing... I mean, honestly, I'd play 3 Spell Snare if I had the slots for it. Magic Online's so annoying with how long they could just wait to do things. Like, I'd honestly love to call a judge for fucking slow play, you know? It's just, it's ridiculous. Yeah, like, I guess they just had the terminate. Sure. What? I think I'm just dead too, but it's just ridiculous. I mean, I have the Helix to gain life, but like I just die after that. The thing is, if I had the Mantis Rider still, I could just equip the Batter Skull, right? But our opponent just tanked for 2 minutes and then played the Terminate. It's kind of obnoxious. Like, how hard is this line? You like plus your science. But like, what are they slow rolling? It's just so annoying. Like, do they just want me to concede? Like, I'm not gonna concede if you don't show me the Terminate. Like, I have a legitimate chance in this game. I straight up win if I get this Mantis Rider with the Batter Skull on it. Whatever. Yeah, okay, so what about path? Do I need the 3 path in here? As they feel like a liability against some decks. Like, they're definitely good against decks like these that have the few creatures that are hard to kill with my burn spells. But like, this removal suite just feels so awkward. This is one of the things I don't like about Jeskai, is just how awkward the split is between these spells. Because no matter what you do, it feels wrong. Like, this split feels so weird. Like, 2 Helix, 2 Path, 4 Bolt. I'm just sad we lost this game to the MTGM stop system. Okay, we go to 3. Draw. That's not a deserved win by Urbana. That was some BM stuff. Purely on a sportsmanship basis, I think they like played the actual match fine. Okay. Try 3. I mean, honestly, we're not too bad off. Like, we're 1-1. Like, this is about where we want to start. This is fine. I am trying to keep more 1-land hands that are, like, good. And I think this is a good 1-land hand. We got Delver, we got Cantrips, we have Bolt. So I think the doctrine of all one lands are bad. It's just not really true. Because there's definitely some that are more decent. Like this one's very good. We haven't played against Prowess yet, but I'd imagine our Prowess matchup's pretty alright with Stoneforge, Bolts, and Helixes. Well, I think this might be our lucky opportunity to test this matchup. We don't have any Stoneforges though, so it's not like we're really testing that aspect. Okay, we'll hit them for 1. I think we're just opting into a land here and then playing this Delver. Bottom. Well, that worked out nicely. Okay, that's not what I expected off of an Arid Mesa. Is this Bardu? Playing small. I wish this just had the tap mana symbols on it, because it's just I have to read it unless I memorize which one it is. Yeah, but it ramps a little bit. It's fine. I didn't even know what they're doing in Mardu though. Like I guess it's a Chandra Torch of Defiance deck or something. I don't know. Mardu is weird. Like, why would he not be playing blue-green for Ice Fang? Or whatever. Maybe it's a prison deck, I don't know. Okay. If it is a prison deck, we have these mana leaks, we have a lot of pressure in play. Holy shit. Okay, so we could opt to try to find a land here, but that has a fairly high fail rate, so I'm just going to hold up both opts of these mana leaks. Do we care about our opponent ramping more? I honestly don't think so. It's obviously annoying, and it makes these mana leaks dead faster. But yeah, I don't know. Like, this is like Aspiring Spikes, Jeskai, Flagstones, or like Jeskai Wildfire or whatever. But it's like Mardu, I guess. I don't know. I don't really understand why, but it just is, I guess. Okay, so we're looking for, yeah, we'll take a land, and then we'll take a backup threat in case we get Uncounterable Wrath or something. Okay, there's the threat. So we'll draw. We'll play the land. 10 for 6. We'll play the Sprite Dragon next turn with Mana Leak up, and that should be pretty good. We could have played it this turn and like almost push lethal, but we would have been a point short. I don't think that's worth it. So I don't want to get Wrath. But again, I have no idea what the fuck we're playing against. If I had an idea of what we were playing against, I could tell you. We could maybe like recover from whatever they're playing. Okay, so they get... Yeah, we can ask them for their deck list. I mean, I think we're just countering this. I mean, I want to see what they're doing with this. I don't know what this is. This seems like a... Well, it's until end of turn, right? Like, it's the red draw. It's not, like, actually drawing. Right? They have 2 mana. Like, how do they cast 4, is my question. End of their next turn? Oh, I didn't see that, actually. This is end of this turn. I mean, Aether Gust seems fine. Yeah. No, I just misread the templating. Okay, Shoal seems terrible. Gust seems good. Snare seems good. Uh, I I don't know what we're doing with Path. I don't know. I'll bring in Helix because it seems fine, and then I'll keep in a Shoal for the spice factor. I don't know. I mean, Needle might be fine here. I'd imagine they're running Planeswalkers, but those like red light up the stage Chandra effects are really good when you have like low cost things. Like it feels like some sort of jank storm effect. Yeah, I think Needle is fine here, but I don't know what they're playing, you know? I'd say if they're playing Showdown as a Fora, you're not playing Planeswalkers. But speaking of this hand probably is a mole. This hand's probably a keep. Like, we have the interaction and we can find the threats. So I think this is all we can really ask for. Or bottoming the Shoal, though, because it kind of sucks here. Probably should have kept the Shoal out and then brought one Needle in. Because I think they're both equally bad here. But again, I don't know. Because, like, my hunch is also that they're running a lot of low curve things to get value off Showdown. But at the same time, like, oh. Okay, will we draw this? Changes things, so we'll just hold up options. Okay, this is a spike deck. Interesting. That's a good draw. I guess we could just find Spike Stack online. Alright, well, I guess we're going to be doing some research after this match is done. I could do it in the middle of the match, but I kind of want our opponent's like spice factor to be on their side, and then we've got our spice factor. And then it'll be more interesting that way. What the fuck? Okay, they are running things that are low CMC. I don't know what the Seal of Fire is for, though. Interesting. Well, whatever. We're just going to try to dig as deeply as possible with opponents. I guess we can't mana leak now. Might have been the small punt. Bottom that. We can also keep the sword on top, which wouldn't be terrible. We might just get Showdown this turn, but I also kind of want to see what that does. At the same time, I don't want to see what it does, because I feel like it's going to be an L. But we can play Stoneforge and hold up Leak next turn, which seems like something that's really good for us. So we'll see if they just jam the Showdown here. Okay, they do. They do. Target creature control. Yeah. Let's see them spin the wheel. Oh my god, our poor opponent. Our poor opponent. Well, we got paid off for our questionable line. I guess I'll take it. I guess, but they can only play one. I mean, and then they also have the, yeah, I mean, with Flagstones, it's pretty okay. Yes, I would like to use my ability. We'll get Batterskull here, I think. I mean, Sword's pretty alright, too. Just get Batterskull, I think. I don't know, maybe Sword's better. I need to figure that out. I need, like, I want, like, a Stoneforge Mystic Guide, you know? When do I get the Sword? When do I get the Batterskull? But I like Batterskull because even if the Stoneforge dies, we can at least hardcast it for 5. Holy shit. It's metal as fuck. It's a mentor deck. I love it. I love this so much. If we get Mana Tithe, like, hats off to our opponent. Hats off to our opponent. Okay, so they wild Flagstones. Okay, I think we're gonna close their exile zone. Well, no, it'll auto close. It'll auto close. Okay, so our Stoneforge lived, which is great. I think we're just gonna fetch now. I don't know, I feel like Showdown seems pretty bad. Like, 4 mana draw 4 seems good, but... well, maybe that's just good enough. It sounds better the more I think about it. Okay, so I don't think we're going to opt into this Sprite Dragon this turn. We'll play it next turn and play the opt at the same time. Yeah. But yeah, I guess draw 4 in a Monastery Mentor deck sounds kind of terrifying. But yeah, like the +1/+1 counter thing on Skulls doesn't seem great. But I guess if you're putting that on a Mentor, it's like permanent prowess for 1 creature. Okay. Well, I guess we're putting Batterskull into play. We had to wait until it actually resolved, otherwise they would optimize our Batterskull instead. Which, you know, would not be ideal. But they could skill, like, Skyclave Apparition or Batterskull, which would be really fucking annoying. Or they could just optimize it, sure. Okay. Our opponent fetches. Respect. 4 less on target. I actually didn't know that. Okay. Today I learned. Today I learned. I thought it could just target anything. But shows you what I know. Oh, we can bounce the Batterskull this turn then, right? No, it's tapped. Yeah, we'll just flip a blue. We'll get another Okay, yeah, I'd stay having. Mana loss warning. Okay. So I guess Batterskull is a little bit better than Sword if we're afraid of Apparition then, right? Because they can't exile the token or the Batterskull. Okay, that's really important to know, actually. Because sometimes you'd think Sword would be good, but it could just get Apparition, too. Oh, we should have not searched. Oh, we got baited. We got baited. That's awkward. Pass it back to our opponent. Our plan is to just bounce this Batterskull and then replay it again. If our opponent doesn't do anything, it's good for us. If our opponent does something... Are they playing Lurrus in their deck? They're doing a good job of not dying, yeah. We haven't been doing a good job of drawing creatures, though. Okay, so they're just playing Lurrus in their deck, which seems pretty good with Seal of Fire. Just gonna get rid of those. Yeah, I mean, I think their deck just scales better than ours does, so they've got that going for them. But the Seal of Fire is not very good. Our mana leak's just getting worse and worse. Imagine if we had Counterspell here. Batterskull to me! Alright. Yeah, I mean, this mana leak is an absolute fucking joke. Imagine if we just countered the Lurrus. And we fetched the island out of our deck. We still have a Hollow Mountain, alright? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we can still technically hold up mana leak here. For whatever like minimal value that has. Jesus Christ. Well, we can tax their Fatal Push. Yeah, sure. Wow. I mean, this Batterskull's just eating cards. I'll take it, I guess. Okay. What's the good news? Stoneforge seems really good here. Shoal seems not terrible, actually. True. I mean, even if they did see white mana, they might not have brought in any. Okay, I think we just keep this Shoal on top. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the Shoal on top. That might be wrong, but it actually counters things. Okay, and then we get to play the Spread Dragon. If we get 8 mana, we can actually get a trigger on the Spread Dragon every turn. How fucking metal is that? Not that it's going to live to the Seal of Fire, but there's not a whole lot we could do about that. Yeah, I don't think there's any world where we can actually like not have it die, unless we just bait out the Seal of Fire. But I'd rather bait out the Seal of Fire with Spread Dragon than the Stoneforge, because Stoneforge... Well, maybe I'd rather just bait it out on a Stoneforge. Because you just fetch our last equipment anyways, and then... Like, the cheating on the Batterskull's nice, but it's not necessary. Okay, we do not want to shuffle. We go to our turn. Okay, so now we have a little bit of insulation. We pass. And then we see what's up with them. If they're not doing anything, we could just play this Stoneforge, and then we have Shoal up. That seems good. Now we can get Sword. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see the argument that if Stoneforge really was too good for Modern, then we should just ban Batterskull and then unban Stoneforge. I think that argument's fine. Okay, we could finally shuffle again if we wanted to. Okay. I mean, overall, I think we're in a commanding position here. I think we just win this one. The only real issue is if they get a showdown off the top, because we can't show that right now. Honestly, you could just make the argument we jam Batterskull here, and or Sword. I'm not and or. Like we just play and equip Sword onto Stoneforge because it uses our mana a lot better, which is honestly a pretty good argument. I like that. I think we should have done that. They hit a land. Solid. Yeah, I think we're just going to play it really slow with this Shoal. This is kind of what we set up to do. And I think we just kind of have to full send it on that plan. I don't really want to play the second Mystic. I want to just keep up Shoal X equals 4 for the rest of the game. I think what that means is playing this Batterskull first. Okay, so here's their showdown, which we expected. The issue is they could have been slow rolling this. Oh, is this the one Shoal that we have in our deck? Did we send all the other ones out? Holy shit, this is the one Shoal. It's more useful than our mana leaks. Yikes. This mana leak just sucks so much. Oh my god, it's just unbelievably useless. Okay, so now we get to play our Batterskull here, and then we'll equip the Sword to it. Our opponent is completely out of cards. I like our position. I like our position. Dude, like, it's so useless. It's so unbelievably worthless. I play Mana Leak not because I think it's good, or because I like playing it. Just cast everything. I mean, do we cast the Stoneforge? The Sword. Probably the Sword. Or, no, probably the Stoneforge. It gives us another body in case they have another kill spell. And then we'll split our power up. Why would we cast the Sword? Because if we cast the Sword and they kill the Germ token, then we're not doing anything. I want to put the pedal to the metal, and I want to just kill them. I don't care if we can't hold that Mana Leak next turn because they blow up 8 of my lands. I want this menacing 1/2 body. Okay, yeah, so I think we're definitely casting Sword pre-combat. We could just equip it to the Germ. I mean, honestly, we equip it to the Germ. If they kill the Germ in response, then we equip it to the Stoneforge, right? I don't know what their game plan is. I'm trying to figure it out, because we've seen, like, a lot of their cards. I think their game plan is literally cast Showdown, and then turn 5, or well, not turn 5, but whenever you have 5 mana, because they accelerate a little bit, you play Mentor plus 2 spells, and then you get 2 counters on the Mentor. Okay. Well, we're gonna play our menacing tap land and pass the turn. I guess we could have moved the Sword over too. I don't know. We're gonna keep up Mana Leak. If they have like a big X cost mana spell, then we can get them with Mana Leak. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, well, You know what? We are going to show chat. Did they send the link, or am I going to just have to find it? Oh, I can't look at the chat after the game's over. Okay. Aspiring. Good. Mardu. What even is this card called? Mardu Showdown? Kaldheim Standard. Okay. What is this? It's a standard deck. Okay. It said it was on this page. But this is not... Where the fuck is this deck? Okay, well, we're gonna... I mean, he probably didn't 5-0 with it, right? I mean, it's Spike, like maybe he did. But I'm so curious. Because I've been like watching Aspiring Spike's Twitch and YouTube. Oh, you found it? You found it? Okay, send the link. Okay, Discord, perfect. Oh, wait, no, that still doesn't make sense. Oh, wait. So Avalanche Riders has Echo, so you just don't play the Echo cost, right? And then you bring it back again. And then you try to like LD them out with Cleansing Wildfire and Avalanche Riders. This is a weird fucking deck. But I guess Broadback brings back your Seal of Fires, your Mistress Baubles, your Fetches, and your Flagstones. Honestly, this doesn't seem as garbage as I thought it would be. But our opponent was on Fatal Pushes and into... And then it on Thin Ice, right? So, like, what do those do in this deck? I guess they cut the Lightning Bolts to run on Thin Ice? But we're, like, still on the Seal of Fires and stuff? Yeah, then I guess like Monastery Mentor is like your big game plan after your opponent's choked off of mana. But our opponent just didn't. They might not have been main. I see it's like in the side as well. Interesting. Fulminator seems good enough for the main deck. Maybe it's just too clunky. Honestly, I feel like Fulminator Mage might just be better than Lurrus in this deck. Main deck, but I'm not sure. Lurrus seems fine with the Bobble package, but it also seems kind of mediocre. Lurrus, Bobble, and Seal of Fire. Like, Lurrus has the 8 targets, and they're all okay. But I feel like you want Lurrus in the matchups for Seal of Fire is good. And in the matchups for Seal of Fire isn't good, I feel like Lurrus doesn't do a whole lot. I don't know, what does Vanishing Waves even do? I guess we have the internet for that. Vanishing Waves, MTG. I hate this game. Oh yeah, it's the new one, and he's playing like a small number of decks. They're all the decks that play white and black. Does Esper Control play that? Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess we should probably just play another game instead of sitting around trying to figure out how this deck wins. Which still kind of confuses me. So I guess they turn 2 Wildfire. They get to play this on turn 3, and then turn 4 they could like Avalanche Riders or something. Okay, it doesn't seem awful. But at the same time, I feel like their end game is not really any stronger than ours is. Like, even when we get to that like later stage, as long as we have lands, I actually don't think we lose. Right? Like, our opponent, the only thing that's actually scary is Monastery Mentor, and then recurring is Seal of Fire, I guess. Yeah, this is a wonk deck. Holy shit. I love it, though. Oh, true. I'm so dumb. I didn't even realize it brought back the freaking Saga that just ate the dust. Because they chain the showdowns off of showdowns, but they can also chain showdowns off of brought-backs, which can chain more showdowns, and then I guess they just blow up a ridiculous number of lands, and then they also get an insane amount of ramp off of their wildfires. And then, like, once they have enough mana, they just start eating away at your lands. And then you lose vegetables. I think it's interesting. Like, I don't want to watch the VOD or whatever and see how the deck wins, because like he was obviously doing really well with it. Okay, we have won the die roll. We're 3 for 3, aren't we? Or wait, I guess this is batch 4. Yeah, we lost the 1 round due to misclick, misplay, whatever you want to call it. Keep. Yeah, like, this deck's not terrible. This is not 0-4 material. I may play like 0-4 material sometimes, but this deck is not 0-4 material. Okay. We get to go to our main phase. Our opponent with the... What? It's Obosh, not Blurus. What's the deck? It's like Obosh... Is there an Obosh Prowess deck? I actually don't know anymore. Yeah, we're gonna get a blue-white here. Okay. I knew there was an Obosh Prowess deck at some point. I just didn't know if it faded into obscurity or not. They're playing Obosh, yeah? I saw the Lurrus icon. I just assumed they had Lurrus. I think they did. I think they're doing that specifically to be a mindfuck. I just don't want to get darted. Okay, well, Delver survived getting darted. Yeah. Okay, it's another Delver. Insane. Draw. Okay, I think we're on the Stoneforge Batterskull plan. Yeah, we're just gonna send it with Stoneforge. Okay. Alternatively, we could play Delver. I don't know. I'm just gonna play Stoneforge. We just kind of have to hope it lives. If it lives, that's great. If it doesn't, it's unfortunate. This is where a shoal would be really nice. We've got this juicy amount of blue 1-drops. Oh, that's the other reason Sleight of Hand would be good in this deck, is it'll give us more 1-drops for our shoals. Soulscar Mage! This is a replacement effect, right? So it doesn't get double -1/-1 counters. Yeah, it would not get double -1/-1 counters, I don't think. Wait, we just get to play the Batter Skull? How fucking metal is that? It's gonna get -1/-1 counters on it, probably, but we could just bounce it and then replay it. I think we honestly have to take for another land. This might be a mistake. But this Mantis Rider's not doing us any favors. Fuck. Okay, that's actually really bad for us. Oh, nice. We're just gonna play it now before we do any shenanigans. The good news is we're not playing around Searing Blaze, we're not playing around Skullcrack in the post-forward games, because Obosh doesn't let them run those cards. Yeah, that's fine. I just don't mind. Like, I have a basic island, we have red. Like, all things considered, this isn't that bad for us. We're just missing white, but what's she gonna do? Does this deck play Mutagenic Growth? Oh, but that's such a fucking good draw, what the hell? Okay, and then... But Stomp doesn't prevent life gain, just prevents damage, right? I'm like 99% sure on that one. Please see some higher guys. So this is kind of like a pseudo mid-range deck, less of a prowess deck. Holy shit, they're running fucking Blast Zone seems like such a weird card to put in your Swift Spear Soulscar deck, but whatever. I mean, if it works, I guess. Just doesn't seem to. Also, the deck has a lot of red commitment for this to be good. But as long as they're Blood Mooning us, then... What's this? Are they thinking about bolting Delver now or something? Or... Why did we do that? Whatever. I'll play it anyways. I mean, the thing is if they play a spell and then block this germ, we can move this Batter Skull over to this Delver. And then if they don't kill our Sprite Dragon, we could obviously move it over there. So this is we're fine if they kill the germ here. We're fine. Obviously it would kind of suck, and I feel like they should just be blocking it anyways, but... Okay, so they still haven't called their Obosh to hand yet. which is curious. It makes me think they have things in their hand. Okay. I mean, if they play another dart, I feel like we just... I think we'll just mana like this on this one. Now we get the counter on the Sprite Dragon, which lets us... If they let the counter resolve, so we're kind of forcing them to make a dart now if they want to. Sure. Okay, so now they are out of cards in hand. They've got a small amount of mana. And now we can just move this Batterskull to a Delver, and they're going to be in a world of pain. By a world of pain, I mean, like, we basically have lethal. Which is good. Well, actually, if these Delvers flip, sorry, it just is lethal. Drawing the second island really made this game a lot smoother for us, though. Our opponent is just mad struggling against this germ token, though. Like, holy shit. Yeah, we'll order it like that. Like, I want them to just keep their 2-2. And then again, we could just equip this Batterskull to the Sprite Dragon or the Delvers. So we're not going to be bouncing it here, I don't think. They hit land, they can call their companion, or they can exile their Seasoned Pyro, but either way... I guess they're not just dead. We still need to hit a spell for them to die. And, like, even without the equip, they're still dead, so... Yeah, but no spells in hand means this equip's probably going to be gamed. Take 2. Stoneforge just feels so good to play with. Like, the matchups like these would just stomp Teamer a lot of the time. Like, I'd see a Lava Dart and it would just be game over. Sudden Shock is really solid against these Prowess decks. Gust is honestly fine. It answers Blood Moon and then some of the bigger things they play. I'm not a huge fan of Shoal here. I feel like a Braid is alright. They might be on... No, never mind. Spell Snare is obviously the best card in this matchup. And then I'm basically just cutting paths here too. I'm just favoring the red removal from the side like a Braid. But we'll keep in one path for like Seasoned Pyromancer and then Obosh. Yeah, no, I like it. I like it. Yeah, Path is also like okay against Bone Crusher Giant too. Obviously it doesn't save us on life, but that creature's... Well, I guess it tests all of our burn spells too. Except for Sudden Shock. I kind of want to look up one of these deck lists, just kind of figure out what's happening. Okay, Obosh Prowess. Search. Bomat Courier. Well, this is a different one. I don't know, it might be the same. Bomat Courier, Seasoned Pyromancer, Bone Crusher Giant. 4 Blood Moons. Okay, opponent. It's cheeky. So this deck is basically like prowess, except it's just infinitely worse if your opponent is good against Bloodmoon. It's like pre-boarded prowess game 1. Like obviously it's the same game 2 and 3, but Burn gets a lot of points for just being solid game 1. Okay. Well, we shall keep those. This hand seems great. It definitely seems like we can lose with it, but it does seem like a good hand. This is one of the hands where we just kind of lose to the dart. So we'll just try not to lose to dart, I guess. Okay, mountain. Swiss spear. Go. Sure. We'll probably just fetch shock bolt it now. Not really a fan of keeping it around. So yeah, hopefully the Spread Dragon can just connect and live. Blast Zone seems so awkward in here. It probably means they don't have another land though, so I guess we got that going for us. Okay. Storm. Sure. Yeah, I want to look for a white source then Helix this Soul Scar. Hopefully. It looks like they're missing land drops too. I might just be in the market to mana leak this, but since they missed land drops, they'd have to hit a land next turn to punish us. So I think we're gonna opt. We're looking for land here. Yeah. That works too. We'll keep the board clear. We're at 14 life. If this actually results in a stabilize... Yeah, no, okay. If we stabilized there, it would have been very good for us. Do we opt for a land? I think that's too greed. Is it? No, I don't think it's too greedy. I think this is fine. Because I think even if we take a hit from the Soul Scar Mage because of that line, it's fine. And like, even if we opt, it's not like we're doing nothing with this other mana too. I think we're just going to take this one. We'll kill it at the end of turn. After we counter the Bone Crusher Giant that they're going to cast, most likely. So yeah, we get to untap. We can Helix this if we want to. Maybe play a Delver of Secrets. Land. I mean, I'm not really interested in either of these, to be completely honest. Like, a Braid's okay. Yeah, let's just Helix those. Up to 16. Holy shit. Our opponent has 5 cards in hand, though, so they're not, like, out of the game. Wow. Good hits, good hits. If our opponent doesn't hit a land, though, then they have to choose between casting those two. And I mean, like, we all know what they're going to choose. I've got to fetch an island here. This plays around Blood Moon, and, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. So we also need to fetch to get the Serum Visions. Okay, well, we found another threat. Bottom, top. Serum visions. Perfect. Bottom, top. Delver, go. So they can kill this Delver if they want, but we're gonna get this Stone Forage. Honestly, if this Delver lives, we're getting sort of Fire and Ice here, because they're playing a mono red deck. Okay, so they hit their land probably. Stomp. Oh no, okay. But they do give up on the Seasoned Pyromancer, which is good for us. So if we path our Delver in response there, does the Bone Crusher fizzle? I mean, like, we'd shuffle a Ray of Stoneforge, so it wouldn't be worth it. But if it fizzles, it goes into their graveyard, right? Okay. I guess you can't play the sword this turn as well, but we can play and equip it next turn. Although Batterskull is really good too. I think we're getting Batterskull because Delver didn't live. I think if Delver lived, we got Sword. But yeah, no, for sure, for sure. But thank you for stopping by. It's nice to be able to like talk to somebody, because just monologuing, as much as I hate hearing my own voice. Yeah, I think we're good. See, I mean, we're like insulated against Blood Moon. We're insulated against being burned out, but the deck doesn't really do a whole lot as far as burning out goes. They're 1 mana off of flashing back this Firebolt, which they only have 1 of them in their yard. 5, yeah. Okay, Bone Crusher, sure. Its Bone Crusher is probably being pathed. Okay. Well, that's just randomly broken. Sure. Okay, Mantis Rider carrying its weight. Let's fucking. You'd love to see it. Did they cast Light Up the stage and whiff? No, they hit a Season Bringer. Oh. What? Wait, what just happened? Like, why didn't I get a chance to respond to that? Oh, that's weird. Okay, they get rid of our Mantis Rider? Sure. We go all of the ham and cheese. Yeah, we also gain a lot of life. We haven't gone low at all this game. Sudden Shock is so nice because you don't have like that like looming doubt whenever you play a Bolt or a Helix on a prowess creature. It's like, are they gonna play 2 spells in response? I mean, like, obviously they're not going to there, but it's nice. I love having security in my spells that I play. Although it is a dumb spell, I feel like out of all the implementations of garbage like Split Second, yeah. Yeah, I'll just hold up 3 mana to bounce the Batter Skull, I guess. At all times, and then I think that covers that line. Oh, they put Obosh into their hand. That makes more sense. I was trying to figure out what the 3 mana was for. Okay, so it's a 3/5. Okay. I don't think this is an issue. The reason I don't think this is an issue is because we can equip the Batter Skull to the Stoneforge. And then we can power through the Obosh. Right? So like this will do double damage and kill the Stoneforge and they would trade. But that sounds like a good trade for me, right? Because then we just bounce the Batter Skull and then just replay it, right? I like this a lot. And it's going to be hard for them to race us, right? This seems like the correct one. I fucked up with Stoneforge before, where I'm not respecting the strength of Batter Skull, I'm not respecting the strength of my swords when it comes to situations like this, and I would just sit here and I'd just be having a tea party with my opponents and watch. Have a little standoff with each other. The reason I play that land there is because it gets us close to 8 mana. And 8 mana is really important because that lets us bounce and replay the Batter Skull in the same turn. Bolt. Bolt is scary, yeah? Fuck. It's awkward. Well, there goes our free win card. They're at 6 life, though. Yeah, Bolt would kill our Stoneforge. Okay. We're in a small world of hurt. Okay, well, Obosh is definitely terrifying. I need to draw an answer to Obosh, or I need to draw a... No, so the issue with top decking Mantis Rider is we're just dead to the Firebolts in their yard. Because they Firebolt attack with Obosh and we die. I have to fetch shock here. We're almost dead to a couple of things, but this isn't a chump blocker. This is a sorted up Stoneforge. I'll have you know. This right here is a fucking champ. This is a pro-red Chaparino. Oh, it's so much better than a chump blocker. I love this. Okay, so now our opponent is basically dead to anything. Draw that land, opponent. Draw that land. The issue is we do need to draw something exactly next turn. Because they have 2 Firebolts. So they Firebolt us this turn and they Firebolt us next turn. No. I have faith. Okay, so we have 2 draws, but the issue is our first draw has to be a Sprite Dragon or a Mantis Rider, or the second draw has to be a Reach spell. I think we can make it happen. I think we're fine here. The thing is, too, is they didn't cast the Firebolt this turn, so they don't even have the guaranteed win next turn. Because 0's even. I guess this still kills us. Well, whatever. We'll reevaluate. We'll see what we draw. If we draw something hot, then we'll make it happen, I guess. And if they had a bolt, they would have bolted the Stoneforge in response, unless they top decked it. But they top decked the land, so. Fuck. Okay, I think we have to attack here. But do we... This does counter Firebolt. Well, okay. So, like, what do we... Like, I feel like if we give them another draw step, that's really bad for us. I think I'm going to attack here. I think this is correct. We're hitting them here because if we draw a sudden shock, we want it to be lethal. Okay, we're going to move the sword. Guess that's the plus of drawing any creature at the second draw anyways. So, fuck. This kills us, right? Yeah. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's exactly lethal. Darn. They could cast the Fireball just for the prowess trigger too. It's possible it might have actually been the safer line to just kill the Seasoned Pyromancer. We'll see if they attack. I mean, if they did the math, they kill us here. But if they didn't do the math, then maybe they don't think they kill us. Because they have us, like, almost exactly dead. Fuck. Yeah. 2, 3, 7. Sorry, 4, 5, 9. Yeah, rip. Okay, we get to be on the play this game. I mean, I like their sideboarding. I thought it was good. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If we drew Sprite Dragon, Bolt, any of our Helixes, who would have won that? We drew Mana Leak into Stoneforge. Stoneforge was okay, but we just lose to too much is the issue. Like, holding back with Stoneforge, I think we just lose most of the time we do that. But yeah, I'd be interested in the third equipment in here. I know Braix runs a Maul, and I think Maul is probably not good in the deck, in my deck, because it runs Sprite Dragons and Mantis Riders. But sort of Feast and Famine would be, or seems okay. I could even run one of the spicier swords if I'm a bit of a masochist. Like, War and Peace sounds absolutely hilarious, but it also seems terrible. Light and Shadow actually doesn't seem that bad. Speaking of not seeming that bad, I like this hand. Like, it's obviously not the best thing in the entire universe, but I think any hand with Stoneforge is basically a keep. And it has a little bit of interaction as well. Pass it back to them. I honestly think we're just getting island into planes here. It's gonna make this Sprite Dragon hard to cast, but... Oh, what are we gonna do about it? I'd rather be able to cast Path and Mantis Rider post Blood Moon, which I think they kept in. I think it's probably worth keeping Blood Moon in. Also keeps our life total high, which is always nice. The issue is if we draw any bolts, anything, it's gonna be pretty useless. Wait, did we not search? We should have searched for sword. Did I click no? Oh, that's so bad. Oh. That's fine. No, now we mind game our opponent. Giga Brain. Make a misplay in Magic Online and make them think that it was a misplay that's going to cost me the game, you know? Now they might not bolt my Stoneforge because they think I don't have a Batter Skull in my hand. Or they see through the bluff, who knows? They won't bolt the Stoneforge. It's innocent. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. Let's go. I mean, as long as they don't play land bolt here. Play the Swiss Sphere. And then you could maybe play both of them. Do it. Yes. 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 Okay. I just got a victory royale. Hopefully they play Seasoned Pyromancer. Oh, darn. Well, they're forcing our hand. Should I play a Batter School? Batter School! Batter School, I choose you. What is this nonsense? Our opponent's just too good at Magic, honestly. But I think we might be dead. There's a non-zero chance we just lose the game. Okay, Spire Bluff Canal off the top. Okay, we're still playing, which is good. We'll pass, we're gonna path one of them. And then we shall probably ban this rider and then try to helix the other one. Okay. Mantis Rider just uses our mana super efficiently. But it kind of depends. If they play a second creature this turn, I think we have to helix it. But we're also going to 8, which is obviously not good. Okay, so they summon the Obosh. There's no indication on Magic Online that, like, oh, I called the Obosh to my hand. They just tap 3 mana, and then I'm just confused. Like, obviously, I could just figure it out, you know? Like, don't be an idiot. But I'm only a human. Yeah, I think we're playing the Mantis Rider here. Like, this Obosh is scary, but we could always just Aether Gust it. It makes things hard. It definitely makes things hard. But if they just have Obosh, no lands, then they cast Obosh and then hit us for 2. And then we just Aether Gust the Obosh. And then, maybe that's good enough. I don't know. It's a little scuffed. But yeah, like, they can't attack into the Mantis Rider right now, right? What am I not seeing here? I'm blocking. I'm calling their bluff. Oh no, they have, oh, this is fine. This is actually fine. They have Lava Dart. That's what I wasn't seeing. Okay, so we go to 6 for the Lava Dart. Firebolt's a sorcery. Okay, so we'll pass it back to them. We get to Ether Gus, away their Obosh, in response to whatever nonsense they decide to play. Hopefully they don't have a Bolt. This line is really bad against Bolt. But the thing is that I want to Aether Gust now, because if I just wait, then they can play some, like, Hasty Boyos. Hasty T-Swizzles. Should not be good. Okay, so they've Firebolt us, we go to 4, sure. Hopefully we draw an untapped land. Well, I think we're on the Mantis Rider kill you plan. Hopefully it actually does that. No possible play you, lol. Just... They're on the Obosh plan, but we're on the Tempo plan. That's true, actually. I have not been killing my opponent very well this game. Let's be honest. I feel like going to 2 is a mistake. Just hit them for 3. Imagine if Obosh just randomly had reach this entire time. Fucking tragic would that be? Ooh. Terrifying. Okay, we'll play Sprite Dragon. We'll have them choose between killing the Sprite Dragon or killing us. Okay, we get to Mana Leaf the Obosh if it comes down again, or we can Helix one of their things, or Helix them. So they hit us, which makes sense, honestly. I think I'm Helixing them here. I don't want them to hit burn spells off of this. Okay, that was actually pretty good then. Worked out well. They hit a creature, like, it hits us for 1 and then we get to, or dings us for 1 and we get to upgrade it. What? I'm just gonna throw Tragic. Well, there goes my threat. That's pretty good. I'll just pass. We get the Mana Leaf their Obosh. I actually, maybe they just bottomed the Obosh. I think they bottomed the Obosh. No, they topped the Obosh. They topped the Obosh. This just did. They definitely topped the Obosh. Okay. Well, we get the Mana Leaf that. Okay. We're on card parity. I'm on 3 minutes on clock, so I'm a lethargic player. No. The universe does not want us to not draw Flooded Strand. Freaking moto shuffling. It's such a good meme though. I fucking love it. Well, I love to hate it, I guess. What is our opponent gonna do though? Stomps me? Sure. We're gonna be flirting with death a little bit here. But that's fine. Oh, no, not in response, not in response. Okay, let it resolve. Bam. Okay, we'll hit it now. Go up to 4. We're not going to be using this fetch unless we absolutely have to. Probably shouldn't happen. Fuck. We're so close. We could have helixed them too. They're at 7. If they were at 6, I would have helixed them and then abraded the thing. Oh, we're holding onto this bolt. If we draw a Sprite Dragon, we'd like to keep it. Go, opponent. Go, be free. Kill us. Or don't. Preferably don't. Yeah. Ooh. This is actually really bad for us. Because we can't kill it now. Unless we draw a helix. Da 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 da. Woo! Okay, well. Let's draw something good. Fuck. Okay, so I'm thinking we fetch 3 times. True, true, true. They bolt their crusher as a sign of dominance. They're attacking. This isn't good for us. Okay, so I say we abrade their crusher, and then in response to the trigger that will kill us, we'll bolt them. Wait, we didn't get the respawn? We had a play though. What sort of a scam is that? You don't have to hold control because their trigger goes on the stack. We don't have it auto-yielded. You don't have to hold priority if it's my spell, I have to hold priority, right? But if it's their spell or their trigger, I don't have to hold priority. What? What if they were at 3 and I wanted to bolt them there? I could do that. Well, that's just straight up tragic, I guess. Well, we'll finish the league. I guess. I don't know. I think that's just Magic Online not making sense. Because, like, it's not our no possible play yield all that I toggled on. Like, it's definitely not that. Because we have Bolt. I don't think they programmed it at all. It sounds pretty alright, though. I like it. I like it. True. I don't know why. Okay, our opponent plays basic mountain passes. I actually don't really know any basic mountain pass decks. If I'm gonna be honest. What are they even doing? Whenever somebody plays basic mountain go, I'm just very confused. What the fuck is this? Okay, well, I'm gonna cast an Opt opponent. Is this mono red prison? I think we assume it is, right? We assume it's not Browse. So in that case, I want to play around. Their true, they did reveal a companion. Oh, it's just Obosh Prowess again. Well, this is a Blood Moon deck, but Stoneforge is very good against them. The issue is if we play Stoneforge and then search a Batterskull, we can't actually do anything with the Batterskull. So we're going to get, like, if they have the on-turf Blood Moon, which I think they do because they haven't done anything. So I think we're just going to get Sword. We also haven't seen them play any removal, and I feel like they're probably going to stomp our Stoneforge. Sure. So Sword was definitely the right play there. We'll get a Plains off of this Flooded Strand, because they can't Blood Moon this turn. And then we'll play Delver with, like, a Spell Snare, counters Stomp. It does do something in this matchup. I decided it out, but it does counter Stomp. And I'm going to be citing it out again. For obvious reasons. I think getting this Plains out is more important than playing Cyclone Kust. So I'll just pass. We don't have any red mana, but I'm fine with that. I'd rather just not lose to Blood Moon randomly. So our opponent is contemplating. Sure, this is fine. They ditch 2 lines. Draw 2 cards, sure. Ooh. It's so lame. Yeah, they got us. Opponent got us good. Part of me just wants to play this sword in fast, but that sounds so bad. We'll play this land, and then... yeah, we'll just pass. The thing about passing here is we get to hold up Shoal. Force would have been good against that target, yeah. Like, ideally I'd run a split of Forces and Shoals. Force would also be good against this. But let's not think about that. This one's running more prowess creatures than the other one did. Another light at this stage. They're gonna have trouble casting all these spells. Yeah, I think we're gonna probably just play Sword next turn. I mean, we're not just dead, which is good. We've got that going for us. Searing Visions. Mantis Rider would be good here. I think we have to pump. Yeah, I'm just in the sword pass game plan. I think, like, we'll bolt this weird eventually, but I don't think we're dead, and I'd rather take a little bit of damage now and then just use all of my mana than not use my mana, like I've been doing in some of these turns. I think the lines I took were fine. I don't think they were great. I think they were fine. Because, like, if they didn't have the 1-mana creatures before, why would they suddenly have them now, right? So they're casting Stomp, sure, which was our 1 spell snare target. Triggers the Blister Coil. They're playing Blood Moon this turn. No. Okay, so they're just off the Blood Moon plan. That sounds fun. I like that. Okay. They are doing basically nothing then. Alright, I take it. I'll take it. They're at 1 card in hand. They've got Bone Crusher and Obosh as well. Seems pretty good. They discarded another Lava Dart. Fuck. That's so bad for us. Because the thing is, like, 2 lava darts means that even Stoneforge isn't safe. So we basically want to top deck Mantis Rider, equip this sword to it, and that's like our win con. That's how we win this one. Otherwise, it's going to be rough. 2, 4. Oof. I mean, Batter Skull off the top would be good too. It's like a Batter Skull off the top. Okay, we're bottoming anything that isn't Stoneforge or the other card. Stoneforge or Mantis Rider. Bottom. Like, removal's good, but we need to actually win the game at some point. I think I'll just bolt this idiot now. Oh. Kind of tapped her mana awkwardly. It's fine. I think we're going to be path helixing this turn cycle. Yeah, let's just helix this now. We'll path the Bone Crusher probably, and then this other path will be aimed at Obosh. And then we'll just try to kill the Pyromancer and the tokens with whatever we can sort of. So second thought, I think I'm just gonna path one of these. I kind of just want to not take a lot of damage. We'll take probably bolt the Bone Crusher and then path the Obosh. Okay, our opponent just has another Blast Zone. I feel like Blast Zone's really useless in their deck. Like, I don't think it does a lot of harm for their deck, but in their deck it is very red intensive. Okay, we draw a Delver. We could just try to force our way through these darts. It's awkward. If they let Delver be equipped, they can still blast zone away. At no punishment, because they don't have anything else. But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of sucks no matter how you think about it. They just have a dart from hand. Holy fucking shit. I think we're yeah. Okay, but they have 3 darts in their graveyard that we'd have to battle through. Which means that even a Mantis Rider off the top looks a lot worse. Yeah, they could call the... Sure. Fuck. This path should have been at the Swift Spear. That's a punt. Well, I guess the one good thing about this is that we are dead on board. So we've got that going for us. Just keep put us out of our misery. I don't think we were winning that match. Anyways. Okay, well, we're going to do what we did last time. We're going to be bringing in all of these cards. Oops. These cards. As well as Gusts. We're going to take out Shoals. We're going to take out Spell Snare. It only counters the one spell. And then we're going to trim 2 paths because they're also not very good. Let's do that. This Obosh deck's kind of annoying. I don't think it's as good as Red White Prowess, though. I think it's worse. It doesn't feel as powerful. Would I like to play first? Would I ever MTGO? Okay, well, let's not lose faith. We can still win this match. It's just going to be a bit of a beating because we're on the draw next game. Not this one, but next game will be on the draw if we get to it. Okay, 1 land, Delver, Path, Ops. This one seems like a mulligan. Like, we're already really on 6 cards. Holy shit. Honestly, not the worst. Not the worst. The issue is we're really soft to Blood Moon here. But they might not be on Blood Moon, so got that going for us. Okay, so we're kind of on the Stoneforge, Mystic, or Bust plan. It's an ancient technique perfected by our ancestors. The pre-modern era. Yes. Battle School. Go. Banner Skull's just fucking fantastic in this matchup. But Sword's also really good, so. Yeah. Meow. Sure. I want to play this as Insulation. Obviously it's a little bit more awkward, but I want to not lose to Blood Moon today. Like, what are we doing with the 4th land untapped anyways? Okay, so they return, or bring it to their end. Okay, well, let's look for a creature. That's pretty good, actually. Bottom, top. Pass. I mean, we could have looked for a land, too. It wouldn't have been bad. But now we get to Mantis Riders, swing in. Yeah, I think looking for a... Did we bottom a land? I think we bottomed a land. That's a moment. So this Mantis Rider shall carry us to victory. If you get a batter skull on the Mantis Rider, I think we're kind of smooth sailing for the rest of the game. But yeah, that dream is anyways. Yes. One more land and we get to start batter sculling them. Oh. Whoa. They're 2 lands away from Oboshing us. It's really freaking awkward, actually. We get to answer this Bone Crusher, which is good. These pyramids are just eating me alive. I think this actually beats our Helix's life gain. Pass. Results. It's unfortunate. We get to nab this Burn Crusher though, which they'll probably cast, hopefully. Unless they just have 2 bolts and we just die. Okay, so they have Obosh and then 2 mystery cards. If we hit a land exactly this turn, then we can probably win. Okay, well, we got the land. We'll see if we get the other things that we need. Like, if we get a sword on this batter skull, I think it's just lights out for our opponent. Well, yeah, it was a good run. It's kind of a disappointing game. Yeah, we'll take it, I guess. Okay, well, what changes could I make to the deck? I mean, I think we're probably adding a spell snare. I was cutting or moving a path to the sideboard. I think 3 Ceremonious might be a little too aggressive. I feel like probably just the Helix. I feel like Helix is not a sideboard worthy card. But yeah, I don't know. The deck felt alright. Probably play it again. I'll catch y'all around. Peace.